Harris Playground.
Hooray!
This is the Deron Harris Podcast. Here's your host, Deron Harris.
Hey folks, what's up? Welcome back to the Deron Harris Podcast. I'm your host, Deron Harris, like the man just said. Thank you for coming back and chilling out with me for the week. I really do appreciate it. This week I have a very special guest in-house because it's a very special week for me. Today, my guest is my wife, Evonne. How you doing, babe?
Hello.
And today we are discussing our 1-year anniversary in our RV. We've officially been living a couple of days, I think it was a few days ago, we have officially been living in our RV for 1 year. And this is pretty much the 1 year wellness check to see how it's going, to see if we like it, to see if there's any kinks, if there's any regrets, etc., etc. So we're just going to go ahead and get into it because I know a lot of people have been curious about what's been going on as far as me and my wife and my dogs and everything in the RV, what's going on with it. So there's been a lot of developments here in the past year. There's been some uphill battles and, you know, some downhill coasting at the same time. So we're just going to get into it. Hey, babe, what's happening?
Hello.
So what do you think? What do you think after the 1 year? What do you think about living full time in a Class A RV?
I think I like it. It's new, you know,
Right.
something new for me because, yeah, I've always lived in apartments, you know. But to me, I enjoy it. It's like living in a studio apartment for me, you know. It's small, but it's different in that sense, just the size of it. Other than that, we have the same amenities that we do in a regular apartment. We have the bathroom, we have the kitchen, you know, a small little living room. But it's nice. I mean, I enjoy it. I have no regrets.
I absolutely enjoy it. And I keep telling people this all the time. We should have did this years ago. But I don't have any regrets. And you're right, it is very similar. And I tell you what, in some cases, especially in New York, it's smaller.
Yeah.
I mean, like New York, some of the apartments in New York are really like smaller than this.
Yeah, I was about to say, I know since you're from New York, so you probably lived in some small apartments.
Listen, I've lived
and
in
you've told me about
blocks.
Yes, you even told me about the one with the bathroom outside. So I was like, at least you have a bathroom in here, you know?
Yeah, at least there's a bathroom inside. Yeah, because that was the wildest apartment I think I ever lived in. Like the bathroom was in the hallway of the building, the apartment building. Like not the hallway of my apartment, like the hallway of the apartment building. And it wasn't just my apartment; it was everybody's apartment in that building. And it was kind of wild because I'd never seen anything like that. And I was just like, y'all couldn't have knocked a hole through this wall right here in the
That's
bedroom
crazy.
and made this. It was wild business, babe.
That's
But
crazy.
as far as living in this RV is concerned, I do enjoy it, but I have, there has been some challenges. And I knew that there would be challenges right off the bat. People had told us that there would be challenges right
We
off the
just
bat.
didn't know
We just didn't.
they were going to be back to back to back.
Well, everything, listen, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that we have, like, our coach is 18 years old. It's like 19 years old.
And that's one thing that, okay, so I know we haven't got to the other question, but that's one thing that I would say that I've learned within the year is now I do enjoy our buggy. I love her. You know, it's been great. Actually, I gave her, right?
Yeah.
It's he or she.
She don't even have a name
Yeah,
yet.
yeah. Actually, mother gave her name.
Oh, yeah? What's her name?
Your grandmother's name.
Leela?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yes.
Can't name my buggy after my grandmother.
Well, one thing I would say is that being in there, I realized that I would like to have a few more things. You know,
like, what are you missing? What do you think that you need?
Washer and dryer.
Yes.
Or at least a washer. Okay?
Yeah, at least a washer.
I can dry the clothes outside. We live in the Sunshine State is always hot here, so no problem with drying the clothes outside.
But I do feel you on some of the amenities that we're missing. That I guess kind of comes standard in a lot of apartments, like the dishwasher. We don't have a dishwasher, but we got 6 dishes.
Right. Yeah, so that doesn't bother me. I'm okay there with the kitchen. I think though the microwave, we haven't figured it out. It's like a microwave. It's like
oven. A convection oven with a / microwave. It's a little weird,
like
but
you can bake cakes in this thing and all that. But we just
radiation.
We're afraid.
Yeah, we do. We just don't use a lot of the things. We still eat out some. We do cook in our RV, but we eat out a lot, just because.
But you cook a lot.
Well, I do cook, but we do eat out a lot too, though.
Oh yeah.
But when I do cook, I try not to get, real flashy. We only have 3 burners in there. So,
oh yeah.
So I can do some things, and I can do most things. The baking part for me is hard because, if you guys know me, you know that I'm a baker, and I'm petrified to bake anything in that microwave. Because I just don't trust it like that. I'm actually trying to figure out one of these. Like I saw Emerald has this new tabletop.
Oh, don't fall
oven.
for that. Don't fall for that.
It looks kind of cool.
And the food did not even look cooked in the commercial.
Like raw pizza?
Yeah, I was like, that pizza is just soggy. And then he was showing us the cookies. They didn't look baked.
Well, I liked it because of the actual oven part. He baked some stuff in there.
Well, we can get a new one for the buggy. Well, not a new one, but at least look into replacing it.
And that's the thing about our buggy. Our buggy is 18 years old, so it's not. It doesn't have any of the cutting edge technology of some of the newer Class A RVs. So ours, like I said, is a bit dated. The upholstery is like super grandmommy in there.
Oh, yes.
And
that's it.
But we're in the process of making it into our own. And that was one of the things that we did. We kind of settled on is we wanted an older coach so that we could do renovations to it, so that we could make it our own, so that we didn't have to have the factory motif that usually comes in the RVs.
Right.
But
well, it looks nice right now because you did do a paint job on it, so it's nice. Prior to that, it was brown.
Yeah, it was
I even forgot the color of the wall.
It was like
brown. So now it's painted white, and it just gives it life.
But
There's
we have
life in the RV.
It kind of when we first got it, it was nice, but it seemed very dark or very. Now it seems I painted the walls white, and I hung some pictures which I think gave us a little bit more of a personal touch to it. But I hung a few pictures. I painted the walls. Next, I believe I'm going to do the wood floor. I'm going to do laminate flooring or vinyl flooring.
Oh yes, this carpet has to go. We have
carpet. And the carpet was here with the other people, and I don't know how long them people had this carpet, and I don't know what they did on this carpet, so this carpet has to come out.
Probably the same thing they did on the couch.
See, trash. That's so trash, babe. We got rid of the mattress also that came with it, so we've done
that was recently.
Yeah, we definitely had to do some upgrading to a few things. The mattress that we had was like a Sleep Number mattress, but it was like a Sleep Number mattress from like 25 years ago. So it was like sleep negative sometimes.
Yeah. Ew, my neck and my back.
Yeah, girl. Yeah. So we had a storage. Well, we have storage down in the town that we used to live in South Florida. We just went down there and picked up one of the mini beds that we have, because even though we live in this RV, we still have a couple of storage units down in South Florida, which houses all the stuff from our apartment.
Right.
We do have some of the things here, but we're actually trying to get to the point where we are having a yard sale to kind of liquidate some of the things that you really don't need.
Right. No longer serves us. Like, yeah. And we can provide it to the community. You know, whatever we don't need and we don't have use for anymore, we can, you know,
Absolutely. I mean,
give it out
we
here
have like
to
3
the
chests
people.
of drawers. We have
Yeah, we have some
entire
nice
bedroom
stuff.
sets, which we don't need anymore. We just don't need it. And really, when you move into an RV, you really kind of find out what you do and don't really need. Like,
Right.
there's a lot of stuff
You
that
just
we
need
had.
2 forks, 2 spoons, 2 cups.
What if you have company, babe?
You washed one of those forks.
We got to take turns eating and shit.
As a matter of
Here,
fact,
you
we're
eat
all
first.
eating with our hands because we don't like to do the dishes, so we're good.
Yeah, but you know, it is cool to have like just a few things
You know, it
where you're
is.
not overran by a bunch of stuff. You'd be surprised at how much stuff you collect, and even in the smallest apartment. You think you got a small studio apartment, you'd be surprised at the shit that you pull out of there. I mean, like craziness, like so much stuff that you accumulate just haphazardly and subconsciously. You're just out now. Oh, this is cool, and you pick that up and you bring it home. You stick it in the corner. Oh, that's
Right.
cool too. You pick it up, you bring it home, you hang it on the wall. Oh, this is cool. You pick it up and you put it over here in the in the corner or whatever it is. And before you know it, you got a house full of things that it's cool for your house, but when you live like we do, I mean,
Yes.
you don't really need a chest of drawers.
Right.
We don't need a chest of drawers.
Well, we actually do, but we can't fit it in there.
That is one of the things. Is the space is you have
It's
to
tiny.
You have to work with the space that you have. You
And
have
let me
to.
tell you, it's hard.
Well, you definitely have
Because
to.
I like shoes.
Yeah.
I have no space for shoes.
Well, yeah.
And then I
You just
remember
pick
when
out
we
the
moved.
best shoes you like.
I know the rest. I put them in the bin, and we put them under. But I remember when we first moved, you were like, so what are you gonna do with your shoes? I was like, I'm gonna bring them, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna put them in the bin, and we'll just figure this out. But truth be told, I left a lot behind in storage, and yeah.
I mean, there's a lot that we did leave behind. We left 2 beds, 2 bedroom sets, 4 bicycles, 3 dressers, a bunch of totes and boxes and things of that nature.
We have
and
books still.
books and things. But that also lends to this fact. If this stuff's been in storage for a year, how badly do we really
yes.
need it? And that's the thing. I mean, we've been down to visit a few times and go through some of our things at storage, and we end up still leaving things and still, saying that we don't necessarily need this or to take that. And with that being said, we live kind of comfortably. For living in an RV, we live comfortably. We have pretty much everything we need. So like I said, how much of that stuff in storage do we actually need? And how much stuff do you actually need anyway as a person? Do you really, when we met, I had a 1-bedroom apartment, but my 1-bedroom apartment had a bunch of shit in it. I mean, there was a couple of chase lounges, my desk, king size bed, dog cage, everything that was out on the front
Yeah.
porch. And then on top of everything that was at your house,
Oh yeah, you combine that, but you know how I am. I want to get rid of everything.
listen, she throws shit out without even asking if you need that shit.
No, I don't touch your
That's
stuff.
bullshit, babe, because you
I
have
don't-
thrown out shit that I've been like, hey, babe.
No. I'd be like, I just placed it over there.
Oh,
but I don't throw your
over there in the
stuff out.
garbage can.
No, I don't touch your stuff. I do touch my stuff because I know the main question is always what use do I have for this at this moment?
Right.
And I really don't. And then I really feel like I'm at the point where I don't really need much now. I mean,
Exactly.
this has taught me that really, I don't need all that other stuff that I had. Like you said, if I don't miss it, if it's been in storage.
Exactly. It's like it's a lot of material things, but I'll tell you what, you give up those material things, but you gain so much more in experiences
Yes.
and the ability to take off and go wherever you want, when you want. Well, not anywhere that you can drive to.
Yeah, you have to. Well, yeah, people probably think it's that easy. We don't do it that way because there is planning before we take off.
Definitely got to plan before you leave.
And make sure the coach is ready to go, so we have to always
there's
check
a lot of things.
I mean, check the buggy.
Yeah, there's a checklist that we have before we leave. We have to disconnect like everything and make sure that, things are turned off or, certain things are turned on just to make sure that our coach doesn't, we don't have to put so many repairs on our coach. Now, like I was saying before, there are some things that have happened to our coach recently that were inevitable.
Right.
I mean, these things.
we knew.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah, these things were going to happen.
Yeah, because the coach is an older.
Yeah, it's 18. It's 18. Yeah. So, 19, going on 19.
And it's that the things that have happened, we realize it, but I must say, please pick a good insurance company because we are going through something right now with an insurance company that refuses to put in a claim for something that
needs to have a claim put in. That's as simple as that. I mean, and babe, that is very well said. And that was something that I really didn't make sure, like all of like your vehicular bullshit, that you have that laid down. You have to have some good insurance, man, because while we pay these insurance companies our money, they make it hard as hell to get our money back for things that we actually need. So that's very important. Make sure that you have a good insurance company. Yeah,
they got our buggy looking crazy out here. It's like, well, we didn't do this.
Yeah, Mother Nature. Listen, so just to kind of give you guys a little bit of a backstory, we have cracked windshield, and we also have a slide-out awning that has been ripped to pieces, and both of those happened in a hailstorm that our insurance company said wasn't that bad. But they weren't here, and they didn't see anything happen. We watched the whole thing happen, but they said that, no, this isn't consistent with that. So make sure, folks, that you have a good insurance company, because some people is on that bullshit.
Right.
Like for real on that bullshit. And keep in mind that your coach is not like a car. So the insurance is different. Your insurance is a little different. Like here in the state that we live in, your windshield on your primary, your on your car.
On your car, yes.
That's included. That's if you go file a claim. Oh yeah, windshield, bam. But not on your coach.
Right, which is crazy.
Which, unless you're using it for your primary vehicle. This is my fucking car. This is how I get to work every day. I go to the grocery store in this bitch. I went to the doctor in this motherfucker. And that's...
We should start doing that.
Listen, this is my fucking car.
Today we're going to go to Publix parking lot and just hang
sit
out
there.
there.
The parking lot. And I'm like, all right. We drove to the parking lot of Publix. We go into AutoZone next.
That's crazy.
But it is one of those things that's very important when you start looking at trying to switch and make the jump to this lifestyle, is make sure you have all that stuff like laid out. I mean, we did a pretty decent job, but there are a few more things that we probably could have been more prepared for. But we were new and we didn't really know. So we kind of flew by the seat of our pants. And luckily for us, there was a lot of resources that we were able to reference, and there were a lot of helpful people that really kind of helped us along.
The one thing too, from the time we bought it, from the time we purchased it to now, we're still dealing with the same thing. Remember when we moved in, the air conditioner?
Oh yeah.
but that was we didn't know. We were so new. We were like, the air conditioner broke.
Yeah,
it's down.
And we thought it was down, but it was a breaker. But it is officially down. And I am, man, I'll tell you what. Be surprised at the shit that you learned how to do yourself.
I was about to say, I'm very impressed with everything that you've been doing, because you've done a lot
I've been
lately.
Trying to pull out my man card, babe.
Yeah, you've been doing great.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I've been trying to, I like, it's
like having a house.
I was just about to say, it's not really, it's a vehicle, but it's really not a vehicle. It's a house. So anything that's going to go wrong in your house, is going to require fixing. And it's the
Right.
same thing with an RV, except for with an RV, or at least a Class A or RV with a motor, you also have to be sort of a mechanic as well, because if you have any engine trouble, either you're going to have to take it to a mechanic, which a lot of times the mechanics, man, anything to get fixed on our RV, and we found a cheap person is $145 an hour.
Right.
Okay, so make sure that you have some money stacked up. You got to have a little bit of money
Yes.
put away, and that
Reserves.
was one of the mistakes that we kind of made going into it. We didn't really think that we needed that much of a reserve, but absolutely, because as soon as we got it, little wear and tear things started going wrong. This went wrong, and then that went wrong, and then clinkety clink that, and then this, and
Right, and because it's an older model, it's really hard to find parts.
yeah,
as well
that's one of the things. But one thing I will say though is the two previous owners of the coach, they did a great job with the upkeep of the coach.
They sure did.
Because when we got it, it's still clean, but it was immaculate, and everything that they had ever done, they had documented and put in a folder,
in the binder,
in a separate binder.
And now we do the same thing. Like, that actually helped, because
Absolutely.
it really did. Going into it, from the time we purchased it, we put everything in that, and everything that we've done to it.
Well, you know
repairs.
what you've done to it, and you know what has already been done to it. You know when it was done, and if you need to replace any of that stuff or not. Now, the air conditioner, I knew probably was going to be one of those things before too long, because I didn't see anything where it had been serviced or anything like that. And once I got up there and started looking around at it, it's rusty. It was rusty. So currently, right now, our air conditioner is off, but I am in the process of fixing it myself.
During a heat wave, by the way.
Yeah, during the Florida heat wave, by the way. So shout out to Florida for that.
Yes.
But
I mean, like you said, this was, probably gonna happen.
Exactly.
It's just
And
the
really,
timing, but it's all right. Things happen.
I look at it like this. It is quite all right, because, like you said, things happen. Things happen at people's houses, just like things happen here. Things happen at our house.
Right.
It's our house. So
Yeah, the roof of the house. If there's a
absolutely,
thunderstorm,
I got to get up there,
and
fix whatever leak, which I've done that a few times. The windows have leaked. I've fixed that.
oh, that's right.
A few
due
things.
to the awning, the coach is leaking a little bit.
Yeah, so it's very important, and it's only been a little bit. So we have an appointment to get our awning replaced. And keep in mind, if you buy an older coach, like my wife said, there will be a high probability that some of these things will not be available any longer. Like our slide-out awning, for some reason, I have no idea why, is not available any longer. So we have to buy the entire arm mechanism that goes with it. Which,
and if we can't, we're just gonna make it our own.
how are we gonna do that, babe?
I don't know. We just
Come on now.
Google,
Come on, Google, huh?
YouTube.
YouTube be figuring out. Actually, I'll tell you what.
YouTube has helped
YouTube has helped me out. Now, YouTube, and I will say this: YouTube is a great resource. It is a great resource when you have a lifestyle like this, because there are many people, believe it or not, in this country that are actually living this lifestyle. And
Yes.
I mean, like, single women are out here doing DIY stuff, and I'm like, man, everybody's out here doing this. It's got to be something to it.
Yes.
It's got to be something to it. And the more that I see what's going on in this country, there's a lot of inflation. The housing market is out of control. We tried to buy a house 5 times a couple of years ago to no avail. So that's one of the reasons that this decision kind of came about, because we were like, man, do we really need to get these people our rent? Like, continue to give these people rent? We had a luxury apartment, quote
For
unquote,
a few more
luxury.
For a few more square footage.
Yeah,
Right?
it really wasn't.
Really.
It really wasn't that much bigger than our coach. The shower was bigger. That's one of the things I do miss.
Yeah, the shower.
That's one of the things I do miss about a conventional apartment or home, is the size of the shower. Now, maybe it changes from unit to unit, and I'm sure it does. But we got a unit. We have a Winnebago Sightseer 30B. And we got not the base model, but we got like the middle of the road model. So there's some things that it's missing. We don't have leveling jacks, so we have to get leveling blocks and things of that nature.
Oh yeah,
So
and then the ones we have right now are good, but then you have like these things called Black Widow that likes to hang out in them.
yeah, sometimes you definitely gotta, and that's the thing about another thing about it. You gotta watch because there are bugs. Bugs will make their way into your coach, whether you like it or not. So there are some. Just prepare for that. But there are things that you can do, like
Darren. Darren just sprays the entire coach.
well, I spray the coach, but what I like to do is every so often I'll pull everything out and I'll let off a bug bomb, maybe 2, maybe 5.
But remember the other day you saw a spider.
Yeah,
and you were like,
everything in here has to
like,
come out.
you sp-
See, that's the thing.
I was like,
I don't-
wait, we
I
have
don't do-
dogs.
I don't do spiders. I could do like little Asian lady beetles, ladybugs. I really don't do roaches, but I could do them a little bit better than spiders. But if it's a spider in here, my wife literally had to stop me from setting the coach on fire.
Yes.
Because I just don't do 8-legged
serious.
things. I just don't do it. 8 legs is unnatural.
Or I don't tell you. I actually tell you after. I do tell you, but I tell you that I saw a spider and I killed it.
Yeah. That's the correct answer because I saw a spider and it got away is not the answer.
Yeah, I was like, I got it.
That's not the answer. I saw a
So you
spider,
see-
but it
if
got
you
away.
hear me in the bathroom, just a lot of noise going on. You know, that's
yeah, there's
me.
a lot of noise.
Yeah.
There's a lot of noise. There's things you definitely have to get prepared for, like when you travel, like when we're traveling. And we do travel from time to time. We haven't gone on as many trips as we would like so far, but like I said, this is the first year. We're working out the kinks, and there's still a few more, but they're almost done. But when you're traveling, there are some things that you really have to consider. Like you have to fasten everything down because if you take a hard turn or you hit a pothole real
Yes.
good, everything is on the ground. It doesn't matter what it is on the ground. It's on the ground and you got to pull over and put it all back. So make sure that whatever it is that you have,
That reminds me of an airplane. How we get ready to take off is like when you're on a plane, you better
Right.
make sure everything's put,
That is
it's
that's
secure
true.
because I even, what do you call those? The ties?
Oh yeah, the zip ties. Yeah, zip
I
ties.
put that in the kitchen cabinets.
Yeah, that's a
just
great
to make
idea.
sure it
Just to make
doesn't-
sure, especially like with older coaches, because like I said, some things they fail. It's normal wear and tear. There's some things that have to be replaced, but they fail. But my wife, she is the pack this shit up queen.
I've always wanted to be a flight attendant, but due to my height, that didn't work out for me. So I enjoy putting things away right before we
Yeah,
leave
some-
because I'm like, ooh.
This is her inner flight
Yeah.
attendant. But
And you do a good job getting it ready on the outside.
yeah, I try
Propane
and
has to
and
get
go.
turned off, which that's really
Yeah.
important. I don't think a lot of people realize, but the propane tank has to get shut off completely before you turn that vehicle on and take off.
Yeah.
And then the fridge has to get turned off. So many things.
Yep, there's a lot of stuff. Propane, the black tanks, the gray tank, water, power, sewer, everything. You have to disconnect and make sure that you go down this checklist on the inside and outside before you pull out because you don't want to do something stupid like drive off with your slide out or some dumb shit like that. But for the most part, we try and get our coach as ready as we can so that we don't have any kinks on our travels.
Right. Another thing we look out for is the weather.
Absolutely.
What's the weather going to be the days we decide that we plan
Traveling
on
days.
traveling, and then also the route.
The route is very important because I don't get on the highway. I just don't because motherfucking Steve McQueen is out there on the fucking highway, like Batman or Dom from Fast and the Furious or whoever is out there. But it's most of the highways. People out here are just crazy. And my recreational vehicle really isn't for recreation. It's our actual home. So everything that I love in my life, with the exception of our kids, everything that I love in my life is in this RV. So I try and be as ginger and as careful as I can when I'm driving down the road. And for that matter, I just don't get on the highway because people are just not careful on the highway anymore. They don't
Right.
care about human life, not even their own. They zip around like they're, like I said,
And they
Batman.
cut you. They
cut you off,
I mean,
and
you
they'll
s-
cut you off, and especially like an RV or something, they cut you off and then jam on the brakes like, I'm
need
supposed to be able to
time.
stop on a dime.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, it's like 7,000 pounds, 8,000 pounds that I got to try to stop on a dime because you want to be in front of me at the light. Fuck you. How about that?
Right.
So it comes down to this. I try and travel late at night or early in the morning to avoid as much traffic as I can. And like I said, I try to avoid the interstate like the plague. Now I see some people out here in their RVs, they're doing 85, 90.
Yeah.
Man, you could run out of space real fast and you could lose control, and then everything you have is all over the interstate. And I'm just not doing that. And I'd rather just do 55 on these little back roads, little country back roads. And the reason I like that also is because you learn so much more about the country also.
You do, and just everything you see, it's peaceful.
Yeah,
it's so
you
peaceful.
You get better food. I mean, the interstate food is trash. Let's just get it out there. It's the same food, and it's absolute garbage. It's McDonald's, Burger King, Zaxby's, and all that bullshit. I'm over that, and that's why I like taking local roads or local routes, because you really do. You learn more about the country. You learn more about how to get where you're going,
Right,
and also
it's small towns. You see new things.
you see new things.
Yeah,
you meet great people.
Yeah, you've never seen before.
You meet great people. You eat food that we stopped at a place. We saw this place called Orange Blossom right outside this place in Keystone Heights in Florida, outside of this really, really cool RV park. I forgot the name of it, but it's super cool.
Keystone
RV Park, something like that?
yes.
Yeah, something like that. But we went to this place called Orange Blossom. If we would have, it was on a little 2-lane road, we'd have never found it if we were on the highway.
Right.
We would have never saw this place. And it's some of the best breakfast I've had, some of the greatest down home, like soul country type food.
Great.
It was great for brunch, and it was reasonably priced. And that was the one thing that I also like about running through some of these small towns as opposed to the interstate, is these people are humble, man. They're not trying to beat you over the head. Like, shit, a value meal at McDonald's is damn near $15 now for one value meal.
Right.
That's ridiculous. $13 for McDonald's. I don't think anything at McDonald's should be over $3.
It's crazy.
I'm sorry. Nothing.
Bev's Burger is the spot.
See that.
There's another spot because we drive through. We don't drive on the interstate.
Yeah,
so
we found some great Bev's Burger. We found a place in
some good
Alachua,
stuff.
Florida called Bev's Burger, which is great. It's just burgers, but they're great. Cooked to order. The fries are okay, but I would rather have 2 burgers, so I just get 2 burgers, 2 cheeseburgers, because they're fantastic. But we wouldn't have known that if we was on the interstate driving, trying to hit a McDonald's or something like that.
And my favorite was when we were in St. Petersburg and you took the buggy through downtown St. Pete.
Yeah, damn right.
To get
A slice of pizza.
That
Damn
was
right.
great. We were chill, and it was great because we've lived in the city, and to be in the RV going through town, people were just looking.
Yeah, they were like, "Well, who is?"
Because so the downtown area's got
It's kind of dense.
It's dense, but then it's really tight too. Central Avenue.
Yeah, it's kind of a tight fit. It's a
but
tight fit,
you
especially
were
for a
like,
buggy.
Look, I need this pizza. I want it. It's been a minute.
Yeah, we hadn't been to St. Pete in a long time, and
thought
I
that
was
was
like,
cool.
"Look, man, the pizza everywhere here sucks,
that was
except for
fun.
this place." So we definitely went and got some of the food that we want, and then I drove over the Skyway Bridge.
I was about to say that was another one. The Skyway Bridge was amazing and scary at the same time because you see everything.
really does.
Like you have
listen.
being in the RV, we do see everything different.
Well, when you're in a car, the guard wall is on your side. When you're in this RV, you're above the
yes.
guard wall, so you can actually see over the side down to the water. And all it takes is just a hard bump, and then just bump your ass right out. I don't
speak to you while you're going up.
Listen, I am super focused.
Yes,
like
you are.
Laser focused. I mean, it's cute. I mean, it's beautiful. It's nice, but man, is it perilous? I mean, it is.
How high is that
perilous.
bridge?
I'm not even sure, but it's the highest bridge in Florida. It's one of the highest bridges in the country. That's why I call it the fucking Skyway.
Yeah, it's high. One thing that I enjoy when you're driving, when you're nervous, you be talking to everyone crazy.
Yeah,
so
'cause
like if he's up
people
on
wow.
the Skyway Bridge going up, and I don't think you noticed this, You know, someone's passing you like real quick and they just like cut you off. You're like, well, sorry, my man, but
Yeah, I'm gonna run your fucking ass over, like. Yeah, because I'm
gonna
real
take
serious
my
about
time,
it. I'm
yeah.
serious, and that's the thing. I mean, especially like I take my time, and that's really what it is. I take my time because, like I said, man, you could run out of space really fast, and I have everything in my life that I love riding with me. So I try and be as careful as I can be. So check it out, folks. We're going to take a quick, fast break, and when we get back, we're going to continue with our 1-year anniversary of living in our Class A motorhome. You are listening to the Deron Harris Podcast.
Computer, execute 12.4p operation.
Optimizing algorithm. Running encryption packet alpha. Night. Oh, I don't feel so good.
What is it, computer?
Is it hot in here? It feels hot in here. I feel a little clammy. I should lie down or something.
A computer with a virus? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much you could save by switching to Geico.
Those oysters Rockefeller were a mistake.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Yo, what's good, folks? Deron Harris here to tell you about Bird Dogs. That's BIRDDOGS. And I'm not talking about the Irish setter. I'm talking about these pants and shorts that I just got from birddogs.com. Well, first, right off the bat, they make you look wonderful. Bird Dogs make you look good. Bird Dogs stretch khaki shorts are designed to fit you slimmer through the thigh and leg, giving you a truly sculpted look. Bird Dogs shorts do the exact same thing as Lululemon shorts, but they fit way better. They also fit better than these regular khaki shorts that you used to get, the cargo shorts. Remember those, the restricting cotton shorts? They fit better than those too. Bird Dogs fixed this issue by inventing this cloud knit fabric that looks just like khaki but stretches so you can get a slimmer fit without having to sacrifice any movement. Bird Dogs also uses this anti-stink, anti-sweat wicking fabric that keeps you cool and dry all day long. So go to birddogs.com for your free Yeti-style tumbler with your order. That's birddogs, birddogs.com for a free Yeti-style tumbler. You won't want to take your Bird Dogs off. We promise you, you won't.
Now, back to the Deron Harris Podcast.
Hey folks, what's up? Welcome back to the show. Today I am joined by my wife, Evonne Harris, and we are discussing our 1-year anniversary living in our Class A RV. Before the break, we were talking about living in an RV. And some of the pros and cons and the things that we have enjoyed, some of the things that we have not enjoyed, things that we need to be prepared for more or less. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm talking now, I'm going to ask you now, what would you recommend, babe, for anybody who wanted to do this lifestyle, wanted to change their life into this?
I would recommend going to the, what can I think? The RV dealer.
Camping World?
Camping World. Well, Camping
That's
World.
where we got ours
yes,
at. Shout out to
Camping
Lucas.
World. Yes. And just, I would go and not test drive it, but look at a few. Look
Right.
to see what it is that you're really what it is that you're looking for.
Right.
It's like apartment shopping. When you go look at an apartment, what is it that you want in that apartment? The same thing applies here for an RV.
Right.
And what type of RV
Right.
would you
I was going to
like?
say that also.
Yeah, the type of RV, because that does make a difference. We like the one we have.
We got a Class A. There's so many. There's other ones. There's travel trailers, fifth wheels, Class C's, Class B's, and Class A's, and a few other ones. But we decided to go. We decided to go with the Class A for a couple of reasons. We didn't want a fifth wheel, even though they're larger. Fifth wheels have a tendency to be a little bit larger than Class A motorhomes, and some of them are 2 stories. They have a bunch of amenities. Some of them have full-size appliances.
They're nice.
They are nice.
I would say they even have a balcony as well.
Yeah, the balcony and slide-off porches and like slide-out all kinds of stuff. But the one thing that we didn't like is the fact that you can't drive it. You can't move it. Once it's there, it's there. You have to have something to pull it. And the same thing with a travel trailer. The reason why we didn't get a Class C is because I don't like the pickup truck front. I just don't like it. And Class C's have a tendency to be a little lower slung to the ground. They're a little bit lower to the ground than Class A's.
Is that the one like the moving truck? Like a,
like a moving truck.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. Even that though, the bigger ones, those are like the Super C's, which I really like those with the tractor trailer front.
Those are nice.
Yeah, the Super C's are really nice.
I like those.
But
those run off of what?
The Super C's, I think, are diesel. I think they're diesel. Ours is gas powered. We chose that on purpose. But anyway, the travel trailer is not a fifth wheel in the respect that it's not as large, but you do have to still pull it. We didn't want a Class B because a Class B is a van, and we have 3 dogs, and one of them weighs more than both of us. Mm-hmm. So we decided to go with the Class A. And the reason why we went with the Class A is because, A, it's another vehicle. And B, I like the big front window. It's really nice to sit and have this big picture window wherever you...
That's what I enjoy.
You know, when we pull up to some place, sometimes we open the windows and we have just the greatest view in the world. And also, the reason why we got it is a couple of days ago, the starter in our car went out.
Oh, man.
But we had a second vehicle. We have a second vehicle. If push comes to shove and all else fails, our RV is a second vehicle. So we can literally leave if we want to. We can pull our car as opposed to pulling a trailer with no car. You know, so the Class A just made more sense for us. And we've decided that we like this lifestyle, so we are actually actively looking for upgrades. We're looking to upgrade.
Yes.
I'm going to trade up. So
I'm excited about that.
So budgeting.
Yes.
What do you got to say about budgeting, babe?
Budgeting. 1, make sure you have reserves for any repairs that we've been talking about.
Right.
And also just, so there's a few things you'll have to budget for, which would be the campground.
Right.
If you decide to stay on a campground, if you have land and good for you, you know, then.
That's the way to go, actually.
Yeah. Yes, I was about to say the best way is
piece of land.
Piece of land. But for anybody starting, campground, budget for the campground. Campgrounds are usually, they're reasonable, honestly.
It depends on the campground. Now we found some
cheaper
really
than rent, though.
way cheaper than rent. And I'll tell you, that's one of the reasons that we did this is because we cut our cost of living by over $1,000 a month by moving into this RV. Now, because we've had to fix the RV, we haven't really seen that or recoup that. But that's fine because once the RV is fixed, then we'll be able to see those dividends.
Yes, and then the campground does include the utilities, so we've just paid electricity separately.
Well, that
was included with the rent. With the rent for the month, all you have to do is just show your meter.
Yeah, they come read the meters.
Yeah, so the campground.
But some of them, you're right though. Some campgrounds do have electricity included. They might be a little more expensive, but they do have their electricity included also.
Right. So the 3 things that currently we are tracking for the RV, well, 4 reserves.
Right.
The campground.
Right.
Where we stay, and insurance.
Right.
And the monthly payment for your RV.
Right.
And those are the 4 main themes
that you definitely need to be geared up for. Now, our RV, since it's like a house, they're usually financed for like 30 years, but ours is financed for 7 because it is like a vehicle in the fact that it depreciates when you leave the lot. Now, you know, if you've done your work to it and you've upkept it, yeah, you can recoup some of your money, but at the end of the day, do keep in mind that it is a vehicle. Now, we're looking to upgrade. We're looking to continue this lifestyle because we absolutely enjoy it. Will we own a house one day? Maybe. Are we looking for a house right now? No, not at all.
No. Well, we found other things. There's other things besides where you can put the RV, which would be the pole barn.
Right.
Bardominiums.
Right.
Those are
metal buildings.
Yeah, metal buildings.
Just places to store your RV.
Yeah. There's things to do with the RV. We do have a neighbor 2 houses down.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 houses down.
Where they have their RV, and
They leave a lot too.
Yeah, they do. Well, it's summertime.
Yeah,
I'm
they
sure.
bounce out. They bounce out a lot. And
But I like the way their setup is. It's very
Absolutely.
simple. And the
But you know
reason
what
we
they don't
keep saying a
have?
pole
You know what-
barn is because you want to have your RV covered. We have learned
Yeah,
that. You want to, especially from
in the summertime.
elements.
It's to cover from the summertime and the rain, everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it rains, so it leaks.
takes a
It's
beating.
summer, so the air conditioner during the day, it rarely shuts off because it's still running. So what we try and do is we try and black the windows out. We have blackout curtains so that the air conditioner will eventually kick off because it'll hold some of the colder air in the coach. So. But back to campgrounds. I was gonna talk about campgrounds a little bit because you got to be. I mean, while most of the campgrounds we've been to have been cool, there are some campgrounds that are shade. And you definitely, this is one thing you really want to do. You want to research the campground
Yes.
before you go to it. Don't last minute it. We can just research this campground. Research everything that they offer you, everything that they don't offer you.
What's around there,
Exactly.
too,
Anything-
in case
any-
you don't have a vehicle and
any
you're,
amenities
you're on
that,
foot.
Yeah, because
Like us.
we got stuck one time having to walk to try and find some food, and then the food that we found,
We got.
It might as well have been dog food because it was trash. It was
It
a
was
dude
frozen
listen,
pizza.
it was a dude from New York talking about pizza. I was about to choke this motherfucker because I'm from Brooklyn, and he was talking about pizza, and he gave me this pizza, and I didn't hear anything he said after he gave me this pizza. The only thing that was coming across my mind is slapping this motherfucker because it was not pizza.
No, it wasn't.
But that was our fault because we didn't do our due diligence to find other campgrounds, which we later on found out that there were some other campgrounds that were maybe a little bit more, but a little bit closer to some better amenities, which makes it worth it.
Right. Also, budget. What's your
Absolutely.
budget?
Absolutely.
For for this trip. And then also, we didn't have our vehicle at the time.
Right.
We don't bring the vehicle with
Currently,
us.
well, that's one of the things that's one of the hurdles. Currently, we don't bring our vehicle with us. We take our coach. And the reason why we don't take the vehicle is because we don't have a tow dolly. And tow dollies can be a bit expensive, so we're actually just kind of one day at a time in it. We currently, right now, we are not at a campground. We are actually at a compound. We have a commercial a commercial building, not a metal building, but a commercial building that belongs to my mother that we have outfitted with a water, power, and sewer hookup for our RV so that we can home base here. And that's where we currently are. So all the repairs that I do, everything is done here within these walls, here within this fenced area, not at a campground. And I try and take it. Rarely do I take it to somebody to fix the RV. Every now and then, we do have some people that do work on our RV for us, but I try and do as much of the work myself as I can.
Right. And then another thing is with campgrounds, some of them do not accept RVs that
Over certain years old.
our baby gets
Yeah.
profiled.
Yeah, she gets but they do generally let us.
We haven't had that issue.
We haven't had.
I would say we
a lot
haven't
of
had
places,
that issue, but some campgrounds do have those restrictions.
mostly they just want to see that your coach isn't a piece of shit. They just want to make sure that it looks good, that
Right.
that it's not raggedy, which our coach is beautiful. She's beautiful. So we don't have that issue. A lot of people are like, when I tell them, "Oh, our coach is 18 years old," they're like, "Oh, well, just send me a picture." And I'll send them the picture and, "Oh, yeah, she's fine." Mm-hmm. And that's
The only
usually
thing is the crack right now in the window, but that's,
yeah, the windshield is
that
cracked.
the
but
windshield
that could have happened today,
Right.
So, but for the most part, the campgrounds are cool, but you do have to watch out because in campgrounds, just like everywhere, you do have some nosy neighbors, and RV walls are not thick. Just so you know, they're not thick. It's not like a regular house. But even still, our last apartment, the walls were so thin in that
So
apartment,
thin.
we could see the other dude. We could see the dude through the
Oh, yeah.
wall.
You
It
can
was
hear
so thin.
everything.
Everything. I mean,
Everything.
except for like on our wedding day, I slept through like the fight of the century or
Oh
something.
yeah, I heard it all. We were all like, our neighbors were
Yeah, I
fighting. We
slept
were
through the
like,
whole thing.
whoa. I had just invited them too to the party in the.
Oh yeah, and
In the
they
clubhouse
they was
and-
on some
I was like, yeah, you can just have a drink and be happy.
they was on some scream
Yeah,
down.
they were
though.
like, but yeah, the walls are, yeah, we don't
Yeah,
have
the walls
any
are thin,
insulation and
but
right.
there is insulation in it, but it's
There's
not like
not
it's not
a
like a
house.
regular house. It's
Yeah.
not like you don't have like drywall or anything like that. You have panel board, which is thin, for lack of a better phrase. But it's not a deal breaker for us because the RV plots that you usually in the state of, at least in the state of Florida, I know they have to be at least 1,200 square feet. So you have 1,200 square feet of space on just your particular RV enclosure. Now, some people, it's a little bit more. Some people maybe a little bit less, but we've been pretty fortunate to have really good neighbors. But there are very nosy people. They want to be in your business, and especially.
Oh yes, I'll tell you what. It wasn't even, they weren't neighbors. We just went for the weekend in at the campground in Florida. Kissimmee.
Oh, yeah.
And we just arrived. And I was parking the car. We had borrowed my sister's car. And I was just parking the car. And this lady comes out of nowhere. She's like, this is a one-way, so you'll have to back it up. You can't, drive in. And I was like, ma'am. Please,
calm your ass down.
I am aware of the road. Watch how you talk. She's nosy
right.
ass.
Well,
bitch.
like nosy Karen-y, like Karen-y nosy, like nosy Karen-y.
Already mind your business,
yeah,
but then
true.
they see the dog, the Great Dane, and all that shit
goes away. People get, and that's the thing.
White.
I'll tell you what. Especially being RVers of color. Some people, when we pull in, we definitely get a lot of stares. We get
a lot, even at gas stations.
At gas stations.
Anywhere.
In traffic. They're like, oh, shit. Oh, it's a brother in there driving it. Yeah, it's, but more and more people, more and more urban people are starting to do this because right now it just makes sense. So, we don't plan to stop doing it, but at the same time, we definitely need to take precautions in different campgrounds for privacy's sake. But like my wife said, they'll stare up and down at us until they see our dog, and then everybody wants to be our best friend in the world.
Right.
Because we have a giant dog that travels around the country with us in our RV.
And I would say it shouldn't be that way, but it is. You should not judge us immediately when you see us and then, they have this Great Dane. I feel like that's when it shifts.
Yeah, that's true. That's true because before that, everybody's kind of they're trying to make out what's actually going on here.
We're fucking aliens.
Yeah, they really do look
we're
like
from another planet.
They really
it's
do
really
look
what
at
I
us
want to tell them.
Yeah, we're actually not from here. My name's Alf.
Well, I look wild all the time.
Listen, you look like a feral child a lot. Out here in the bushes, but you know how I feel about the little feral woman look, though.
And another I know. Another thing that I enjoyed when we went to Fort Myers.
Oh, yeah.
That we were able to park across the street from the venue.
Right.
Because we went to Fort Myers.
My best friend, the producer of my show, his daughter got married. And the wedding was awesome.
It was great.
But we were able to attend the wedding. And also, we were able to we didn't have to get a hotel. No. We didn't have to stay with anybody. We didn't have to do any of that because we had our coach. And that's the greatest thing to it. We have a perpetual hotel room, or villa suite, or whatever it is,
right.
Wherever we're at. There's campgrounds everywhere. There's a campground on the beach that we're going to go stay at. And how much was that a month, babe? I think it was 16 or 17.
Well, the state park
in season.
Yeah, so there's
right on the ocean.
State park in St. Augustine, Florida, and the state parks are really cheap, and also, not cheap. They're
inexpensive.
Yeah, they're inexpensive, and if you have a pass, if you buy a year pass, I think it's even. I think it's like if you have the pass. But right now,
I think
it's like $30, and then you have a view of the water, and then you have access to the beach. And the same thing at Fort DeSoto, which is in St. Petersburg, Florida. So
and there's
state
a lot
parks
of places.
are really good to look at. There's also park by Universal Studios, so it's always
Disney World has its own park.
Oh, great! Yeah, now that you're gonna pay because it's Disney World, but if you're why not?
Yeah, but why not? And I'll tell you what, it's Disney World, and even if you stayed there for one night, the amenities that you get at that RV park are insane.
We went to one just to see what it looked like. and it had a store, a campground with a store, a bar, basketball court. It was
some of these
great.
places are really well thought out. Some of these places didn't take any thought at all. They just got a piece of grass and let people stay on it. And
some people put love, like
exactly. So
Well,
I was
it
going to say some
depends,
people
right?
put love
Yeah.
into their campground. Other people, you can tell the people that just are trying to make money because there's no bedside manner. They don't care. They just they're just whatever the fuck. I mean, just give us our $65 for the night and keep it pushing.
And
But
keep
other
it
people.
pushing, yeah.
Other people genuinely, they care about your experience at their campground. They want to make sure that you have a great time. They make sure that the grounds are clean. That's the one thing I didn't like about the Kissimmee, the Kissimmee RV park, is the fact that the grass, they had sand spurs and all the grass, like sand stickers. There was like no landscaping done. There was a lot of rundown areas, and
Right.
the dog park was trashy.
and they provide you with a nice table when right there when you
Yeah, like a
park.
picnic
There's
table.
a picnic table for you. It didn't have a grill, right? No grill.
yeah,
but,
no grill or anything like
But
that.
still, but then you can't like half-ass that. Like
But-
you can't give me a picnic table, but then if I walk out here barefooted or the dogs come out here, they're getting poked.
you gotta step in all these sand spurs. It's and also, but the thing that made it, the thing about that campground that I was kind of disappointed in is the people were really cool. The ladies in the office.
The ladies in the office,
They were great.
not that nosy
Great
fucking
people.
neighbor.
Not the neighbor, but the ladies in the office were really, really cool. But I did notice this. When I was walking without the dog, people stared at me.
Oh,
when I was
yes.
walking with the dog, people spoke to me.
That happens a lot. That is
Well,
like
we look-
99.9% of the time.
We're
here.
wild looking. We're some
That's
wild looking
all right.
folks.
I do want to say something about the campgrounds. One more thing, Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi,
Yeah.
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi, man. I mean, like,
You need to just use your hotspot.
we were at this place. I was about to just smack this guy, man. You're making millions of dollars. You can't get us actual Wi-Fi, motherfucker, really? Come on, man.
So that's something we're still looking into. Like, right now
definitely have your internet situation
Right.
worked out.
because
There's
I
a-
used a hotspot.
Yeah,
if we
and
go
you will run
and
up and unless you have an unlimited hotspot, and sometimes that's even spotty. Unless you have an unlimited hotspot, it can run you some cash, and you don't necessarily want to be on your hotspot all damn day. So,
so if anybody has any suggestions on
well, I mean, there are people who still get like. Well, there's things. Starlink is
We
out
know
now.
Starlink, but-
There are Dish Network has internet service, but you have to be stationary and plugged in. Stationary wherever you are, plugged in, so that you can pick up actual
and
reception.
homie man wants all of our money while he keeps sending some up there,
Yeah.
So he wants to recoup that money.
Yeah, Elon Musk trying to get all your cash, folks. But the Starlink is pretty much all over the world. And if you're going to get it, if you're going to get some internet, even though Elon Musk is kind of a douche.
Kind of.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
an extreme douche. But,
We'll find something else.
well, my wife wants to boycott the Starlink. But fuck that motherfucker.
Yeah, I said
And his motherfucking
Yeah.
Starlink. Yeah, Starlink this
Got me
ass,
thinking
motherfucker.
of see the shooting star and it's the fucking batches of
Listen,
satellites.
I saw them satellites. I thought some shit was going to land on the planet. I thought we were done.
We were like, oh, look at that. And we're like, okay.
Yeah, some shit is out
It's
there.
cool, though, to see.
But it is really cool to see all the Starlink satellites in a row. But he's supposed to be launching a whole bunch more. So, the service is just going to get stronger. But that is a definite thing, is to make sure that you have some sort of internet.
Cool.
So, what else? Oh, I'm married. I'm married to a very attractive woman. She looks feral sometimes, but still very attractive. And we like to get it on.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we are that couple. So Like they say, if you see the RV rocking, don't come a knocking. Somebody said that to me the other day.
That's funny though, yeah.
But it is true. I mean, and it's so funny though because you could tell because all of you.
Yeah, you
see
can't blame it on the dog. You can't be
yeah.
like, oh, that's the dog
You
moving
could
her
totally,
fat ass
you could
around.
totally tell.
No, that's someone's other ass.
Being moved around. Yeah. So, but I'll tell you what though. It's awesome. It's great.
Yes.
The only thing, like I said before, the only thing that I miss is the shower. Is the shower being large enough for two of us.
I was going to ask you because you're taller than me,
Right.
right? So, how do you feel in there? Like in the shower, in the bathroom, everywhere? Just are you?
Do you
feel tight?
It's a little tight, but I could turn around. I can move my arms. I can wash my butt. But if I have to wash my feet, I have to crouch. I have to crouch down because the shower is a little tight, and that's the thing about it. Make sure that you know, folks, that everything is a little bit tighter because it has to be. But we lived in an apartment just recently. Our last apartment, they had half-size appliances. I was like, where the fuck did you get this little cute-ass dishwasher from?
Yeah, it was for me. I think they
Yeah,
were like,
some
oh.
little Barbie stove. Like, we had a little easy bake oven. Like, for real. Like, it was ridiculous.
tiny.
And then they and the ridiculous part is they was just charging us way too much. I mean, it was a straight $1,000 apartment. That's what it was worth. I mean, maybe it was $1,000.
It was more
but
than
then they were
that,
like, oh,
but-
it's a luxury building, and then they, tacked, a couple more $1,000 on it, which was just dumb. I mean, it's not that we can't pay it; it's just we don't want to pay it, and not for nothing, we're not getting anything out of it. That was the thing. That was the deal breaker right there. We couldn't find a house, and we're so sick of giving money away.
That, and not only that, we do have 3 dogs.
Yeah.
So every apartment that we lived in, they want. It's just been ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's gotten ridiculous. Where they want insurance, proof of insurance for the dog, right? Was it proof of insurance?
It's proof of insurance.
Yeah, and then obviously you have to put a deposit for each
And
dog.
their shots.
And then you have to
shot records and all.
And then you have to pay monthly for each dog.
That depends on the unit or the complex, because some places will take a one flat non-refundable fee, and other places may have you have a deposit and then charge you X amount of dollars on top of your rent for those animals.
Okay.
But
I'm just saying what we had.
we
to
run into a
endure.
lot of problems first because a lot of places only accept 2 animals. We have
2, and
3.
then also the
And
weight.
weight. Under 65 pounds. Well, our dog is 178 pounds. I'm 79 pounds. I'm 178 pounds. So she weighs 1 pound more than I do. So a lot of people, and I have to sell her all the time to people, and I don't know, and I'm just tired. We were just tired of that.
We have not ran into that issue. Yes, we did at one point at the campground in Kissimmee. Then we called again, and they were like, well, one lady said yes. Then when I called back, the second lady said no.
But then I jumped back on the phone and smoothed it over because while she is massive, she is extremely well trained, and she's a sweetheart. So she gets a lot of attention, but B, she gets the pass a lot because she is just a sweetheart. Now, if she was like a pit bull or some sort of Rottweiler or some sort of killer dog, Cane Corso, some dumb shit like that,
gotta go.
Then, we might be, at the rest area.
Oh, and speaking of rest area, shout out to Cracker Barrel because they are awesome.
Yeah, if you have an RV and you're sleepy and you find a Cracker Barrel, they will let you sleep in their parking lot for the night.
And another place was Home Depot.
Home Depot.
In a rainstorm, it was pretty bad, in a thunderstorm, and you pulled over. Well,
Yeah.
I have an app that shows me where we can stay, which is another actually good advice. A good thing to
Yeah,
have.
there's
It's
several
an
apps
app
out.
that you can download, and it'll show you where you can stay, either for a small amount or just overnight. If it's just overnight at no fee, people do leave a review. So I do read
Right.
that because
Read the reviews.
because some people say, yeah, you can stay here, and then the cop will come over
Yeah, and be like,
and
"No,
start
you
knocking
can't."
on your door, and at the middle of the night. Remember at Home Depot, I kept waking up every hour. I was
every
like,
hour.
can we do this? But we could.
Every hour, trying to like look around and just looking around, making sure. But the one thing about a parking lot, though, and keep this in mind also, is it can be kind of dodgy because you are just this entity in the middle of an empty parking lot. You know, in the middle of the night, sometimes people will roll up. So that leads me to my next point, which is protection. You have to have some sort of protection. Now we're not armed, not that way. I got a knife, and my wife is Puerto Rican. She'll cut the shit out you. But
yes,
we have a giant dog that is very protective of her family.
We have bats.
Not the kind that fly. We have the kind that you hit people
and
with.
we have the golf clubs.
Yeah, we have alternative weapons.
Those are weapons I grew up.
Yeah, those are the weapons I grew up with in the city. When you didn't have a gun, the golf club was just as good as.
But knife, a knife. I've always carried a knife.
Right.
For protection. So.
Well, it's coming to especially where we live at. It's getting to the point where we are actually looking at trying to arm ourselves, because especially with the climate of the world today, we just want to make sure we want to take every precaution that we can to be as safe as we can while we travel. Because believe it or not, as cool as it is, there are some douchebags out here on the road. And there are people out here that want to take advantage of you. There are people out here that want to harm you, that want to steal from you. So we just want to make sure that we are very well protected and people don't really come trying to fuck with us. I look crazy as shit anyway, so people don't really. I mean, they don't really approach me. I'm approachable, but I look unapproachable. I look like, don't talk to that guy. He might shoot you or something worse. And so I kind of embrace that, especially while I'm checking into I flare my nostrils. I put my best black shit on so that people, they look over here and don't catch no ideas. So, but like I have to say, when we first started, we heard all kinds of horror stories about racism and people out on the road and campgrounds being racist. But honestly, we have not yet experienced any of that. We've been received very well by all the campgrounds we've been at. All the people that have neighbored next to us are just great people, and we just meet some great people at some of these campgrounds. We've met some really good friends. Shout out to Phil. We wish we knew who you was, man.
Say that. I know.
We wish
had
you
a
knew
good
where you.
neighbor.
Yeah, man. We had a really good neighbor named Phil, man. If
And
you listen to
the
this
minute we
podcast,
left-
Phil, we love you, man.
Yes. The minute we moved from the campground we were in, then we came by to visit him. He enjoyed the cookies that Deron would bake. And he was just...
He was a good guy.
Yeah,
he was very informative.
yes.
He let us know about everybody in the campground. He had been there for like 6 years.
Oh, yeah. He knew the business.
Yeah, he knew the whole everything. Now, these people over here, they do this. Those people
Yeah.
over here, they do that. And then there's a lot of people that are there full time. Campground people that live. I mean, like I said,
There's a lady
he was
there.
for 6 years. Yeah, Denise.
Man, there's a lady
Yeah.
at the campground we were staying at. She has... This
Listen,
woman has skills.
She is taking control over this particular one RV.
Her setup.
Listen.
Setup.
She has built a deck and like a
It's
fence
beautiful.
around it. Hers is it was the greatest one there. But there are people in every campground that do things like this. There are people that are very helpful.
Because it's home for them.
It is home for them.
This is home. They're not going anywhere. They don't plan to go anywhere. And if they do, they know this is where they can come
And
back.
I'll tell you what, there's a lot of people here, a lot of people in this lifestyle that are extremely helpful to other people. They want to see you. They don't want to see you fail. They don't want to. They hate to see people. If they've got if I have an issue with the black tank. I've had three guys will stand over and be like, hey, well, why don't you try this or do that, or why don't you do this, or I got a guy for this, or da 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 da, so on and so forth. People are always very willing to give you some aid.
They've been great. I would say that because even when we made our little fire pit,
Absolutely.
they came over with wood, and then
Yeah, some
in
people
return we
listen.
were cooking. So hey, we're gonna throw more on the grill.
Yeah,
we turned it into a little grill.
And
but
I'll tell you what,
that
people
was really nice.
And it was people that you would think would be hostile towards minorities.
Right.
But they're just, they were not. There was one guy, he was an older man. I hope he's okay. But in his front yard, and you could tell he had been living there for many, 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 many years. He's old. And he's got a Trump flag waving loud and proud right in his little front yard of his little RV lot. But is the nicest man, nicest pie, would sit there and talk to me for, 20, 30 minutes about anything. Just a nice, very knowledgeable man. And all that Trump shit just kind of went out the window. And for lack of I think that we were very well received and extremely well embraced there.
They heard that we were leaving the campground.
We were one of two couples that were minorities in this entire campground. The other couple, they had left, and it left us. We were the only. When they left, nothing happened. When we left, people were like, "Oh, where are you going to be at? Oh, we don't want to see her. You guys leaving? Oh man, don't leave, man. Make sure you come back by here and see us."
Yeah, we'll come back to get some propane.
Yeah, and that's what we do. We go back and we buy propane from that place, which is cool. But also another thing that you have to keep an eye on is make sure that you keep an eye on all your stuff, your black tank, your gray tank, your propane. Make sure you have your black, like you can't let your black tank get.
Don't let the boo-boo cook.
Listen, don't let the boo-boo cook, y'all, okay? Don't let it cook. Don't be cooking boo-boo, all right? It's bad. It don't smell good, and that means you have to stay diligent about checking it and about emptying it. Now, some people say, you should empty it every, when it's full. Some people say you empty it once a week. I empty it like once every week and a half.
Well, the RV folks told us the folks that are help with the repair. They guided us on how to do it. If it gets stuck, put bags of ice.
Yeah, if you got a black tank that's still reading like quarter tank or half tank full, they told us to put a couple of bags of ice down in there and let it slosh around and beat the black tank up.
Yeah, take it for a ride. Yeah, take it out and
that should help it along. So.
Those are things people don't think about, but
you just learn little tricks of the trade.
Because in an apartment, you flush the toilet, and that's that. But
exactly here, you flush the toilet, there might be an issue,
and it's sitting there. You have to release that into, out there in this world.
You got to release it out there in this world. It's got to go. It's got to go. Yeah. So there's a lot of things to this lifestyle. So I guess I'm going to bring this to a crescendo, babe, and ask you, do you have any regrets? Or anything that you would have done differently?
No, not differently. I just wish that we would be able to travel more because that was the purpose of getting this.
Which is coming.
I know. I just feel like we could probably, I feel like I'm waiting for the next month.
You're trying to leave the state.
Yes, that's the thing. We've stayed within the state.
Yeah, we've traveled a few times. It's time to go.
Spread our wings.
Well, it's time to go adventure. Yeah. To go on, like, I sound like fucking Bilbo Baggins. We're going on an unexpected adventure.
I think that taking off would do us some good.
Yeah, and that's cool. And that's another thing, folks. Try and make sure and that's one of the reasons that we were able to do this is my wife works from home and I work from home, and that's why we're able to do this.
Now we have to put it together on how can we come together and then be like, all right, this month we're gonna go here, and 3 months we're gonna go here. We are planning a trip to New York next year because they do close the campgrounds in the fall, about September, October time frame due to the weather. And so we're planning this ahead of time. A trip like this we can't just be like, we're going to go and leave.
Yeah.
First of all, it'll take us a week to get there.
15 years to get there.
And it's fine. And I don't mind how long it takes because I'd rather get there safe.
Right.
And you do all the driving. And I'm all right with chilling.
Yeah, see, chilling is good, but you need to learn to drive so I can chill sometimes too.
No, I'm talking about chilling and stopping in different places till we get there. Oh no, I'm gonna learn how to.
I will say that too. That's very cool too. Is being able to stop in different places.
One time in the parking lot, and the first time I did this, in a parking lot. Someone cut me off, and I was like, I'm in a parking lot. Like, with this, the RV reminds me of Chicago CTA bus. You know,
Right.
it's the same size as a bus. And so...
Just about, yeah.
Yeah, you can't, you know, you already said that you can't be cutting anybody. But I realized that moment that, okay, yeah, this is also going to... patience.
Yeah.
You know, and I
That
lack
is-
that a
that
little bit,
is-
people.
Yeah,
so,
my wife has no patience.
And I forget that I'm in this scene, and then what is going to happen? I'm going to...
Turn into Steve McQueen.
No, but yeah, no regrets of purchasing the RV. Just like I said, just be able to travel more.
Right. I don't have any regrets myself. As a matter of fact, I'll say it again. I wish we would have done this years ago. We'd be a little bit further along. Probably would have left the state already by now.
Yes, and
Maybe even have upgraded by now. But
we have a
everything
plan.
in its time. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a plan, and you know,
Yep.
one thing being in the RV also has made us realize that maybe not a house, but land might be
Yeah.
the next move.
Yeah.
And we've been researching a lot, and we actually think that's probably the best option.
Yeah, some acreage, some acres of land.
And we just saw a new campground not that far from here where the guy did it with less than 3 acres. So it's possible. I feel like that's a possibility.
Yeah, because as a matter of fact, which I wasn't planning on going, but like a campground as a business is, like right now, is a moneymaker. And the reason why is because more and more people are starting to do what we did, which is take that plunge. And they're saying, screw your conventional mortgage. I'm not paying you, $3,500 for this house a month, which, my rate isn't even fixed. It can fluctuate.
Right.
My buddy Mike is going through that same thing. His house, since he bought it, the mortgage on his house has gone up $1,000 since he bought his
that's
house, which is just ridiculous,
well,
man.
we know the payment of this RV is going to remain the same. The only
Exactly.
thing that's going to change is wherever we go in the campground. But if we
Right.
have land, we know what the payment is.
And I'll tell you what, folks, a lot of campgrounds, they're easy. They're like, $50, $60, and I've seen them for $40, $30 a night.
Some are in the thousands, but
some
those are
of
the
them,
nice ones. Like,
yeah, those are the
you
nice,
have-
really nice ones.
Yeah, you have wonderful.
Yeah,
amenities.
there's some, yeah, you got
We're
some.
going to the villages next.
Yeah, see, I don't know. The villagers might have to miss us. We have to go there on a field trip or something like that.
Yes.
They have like the highest STD rate in Florida. The retirement community.
That's crazy.
That's wild business. The retirement community, the right wing retirement community has I think is it the country?
I don't know.
I don't know, man. It sounds like, I think it's like the country. I don't know. It's one of the two, but but I will tell you, in that area, if you're looking, that's by Ocala and Leesburg and things. If you're looking to buy an RV though, there's a lot of RVs in that particular area.
That's
Here,
where we should
here in
go.
the state of, that's where we actually should go when we go. We should have Lucas look there for us. Maybe.
Yeah, Darren's all about Camping World.
See,
Which I get it.
Yeah,
yeah.
the dude hooked us up.
He did.
He was a cool dude. He was all right. He did his job.
Oh yeah, he did a great job.
Yeah.
He didn't have to do much either. I mean, he did, but the easy part is that we knew what we wanted. We went in there
we
already.
knew
we
already
knew
that we wanted
to do.
to do this, and
It was just taking the risk. We were a
that
little
right
afraid.
there, folks, is the most important thing. Is make sure that you mill this over in your head a lot. We talked about it and talked about it. We talked about it for a couple of years. We would first we started joking about it. And it had been something that both of us had thought about before we even met. Both of us had thought about it, at one point or another. And then once we got together, we talked about it and kept talking about it and kept talking about it and talked about it a little bit more and talked until finally that day came and, babe, do we really have to get these people our money for this rent? And the answer to that was fuck no. And we took that plunge, but we were ready. We read as much research. Now, could we have been more ready? Yes. Absolutely.
Well, it's lessons learned during this
it
whole
really is
year.
lessons
now
learned.
we know, what We know.
Yeah, and you're right though, baby. It really is lessons learned as you go along, because you're not gonna know everything right off the bat, and everything isn't gonna present itself to you right off the bat. There's gonna be some times when you're out on the road and something happens, and you got to deal with it right now because you're not in your house or you're not in a yard. You're on the side of the road, so things you have to make sure that your coaches, all the fluids are checked, all the tires are full, the transmission is good, so on and so forth. You ain't got the generator issues, you got to make sure the air conditioner is good. There's a lot of stuff, but like I said, right now we have no plans on going backwards, only forward.
Right.
So anything else, babe?
No.
Anything else you want to talk about? No?
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm. So, okay. So I think that's going to do it for this week's episode of the Deron Harris Podcast, which probably is arguably the longest podcast that I've done. I just kind of let the time get away from us, but we will, I'll be back next week where I'll be talking about, I don't know, probably some more doom and gloom. And I don't know, folks. I'm sorry, man. My podcast usually be on some straight up doom and gloom, but
no, I feel like that's how you feel.
Well,
you're very
passionate. It is how I feel.
Well, it's you're passionate about humans and people, and you care. And I feel like if that's how you're speaking for other people. When you speak, you're speaking on behalf of those that cannot speak or that nobody's listening to. So I enjoy it.
Well,
I say keep going.
I do appreciate that, babe.
Well, you off,
I'll tell you what, then, folks, more doom and gloom next week on the Deron Harris Podcast. I want to thank my wife for joining me today. Thanks, baby, for coming in here.
No problem.
Did you have a good time? I had a good time.
Yes. Of course, we're talking about our home.
Yeah.
Our life.
Yeah, our life. Thanks for coming. I really do appreciate it. We got to do this more often, babe. I want to thank my best friend and producer. I want to thank my parents for having me so I could do this. I want to thank my best friend and producer for encouraging me, also with my wife, to encouraging me to do this podcast. I want to thank all the people who have listened and have stopped listening. I want to thank the people who listened and are continuing to listen. And I want to thank all the people who will listen in the future. I really, really do appreciate you all for joining me every week. And honestly, I couldn't do it without you guys because there would be nobody to do it for if you guys weren't here. So thank you very much for listening. And I will see you guys next week on the Deron Harris Show. Thanks. Peace.
You've been listening to the Deron Harris Podcast. Subscribe to the show, give a good rating, and everything you need to know is at DeronHarris.com.